What's up, guys? This will be a pretty quick one, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about some new things I have coming up, and then maybe a little bit about some updates regarding my tennis and my rackets and my strings. So that's kind of I guess what this video will be about. It's a bit of a teaser just because it's short, you know? It's short, it's unscripted, but yeah, I'll just jump into it. So I am really liking my two-handed backhand right now. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler alert for a video I'll be making in the future about which backhand I chose, but I'll be making some more in-depth content that'll talk a bit about, you know, the one-handed versus the two-handed backhand and what my personal journey was like a little bit, and why I decided to try it in the first place, and what that was like, and why I ultimately went back to the two-hand. So yeah, for anyone that watches my content regularly, you might know that I've been contemplating a decision on those two shots. I'm hitting with this Toroline string called Ether. My backhand's looking pretty nice, especially in this rally. Really, really good string. I've actually been supremely impressed by every Toroline string that I've tried. I will link you guys a discount code because I think Toroline will see that if you guys use my discount code, but also you guys will save some money. So I mean, everybody wins, right? It's going to be an alias of mine that I use for my Gmail accounts. It's not my name at all, but it's an alias, and they built a coupon code based off of my name that they saw in my Gmail, not my actual name. Oh, there's a beeping truck outside. Great. Anyway, this is a silly video. This is why it's not like an official thing, but I appreciate you guys watching. Anyway, I'm also hitting with the V-Core 98 here, and I'm really liking how it feels. So it's pretty much down to the V-Core 100 or the V-Core 98. I know the 98 so much more, and I'm kind of just giving the V-Core 100 a fair chance. So I'll probably stick with it for a few more weeks maybe, and I'll definitely try a couple of other strings in it. But I really like this Ether by Toroline. I just don't have another one to put in the V-Core 100, so I'm probably going to string up some Yonex or something like that, but that's another string I know well. And I think it is kind of similar in some ways. It's really slick, it's shaped, and a lot of snapback, a lot of spin. And it's one of those strings that's kind of more lively than a typical poly might be, so some people string it up a little higher. And I'd say the same for Ether, kind of a lot of the Toroline strings maybe. But again, I'm getting to know Toroline better, but I know the Yonex strings pretty darn well. That backhand right there was actually really solid. That really quick little pickup when I was on the run. That's the kind of stuff I couldn't have done until more recently. So I'm really happy to see that backhand kind of developed to that level. It's just nice to have that shot, and that was always something before that was super awkward, but now I've just really persisted with the two hands, and things like that are starting to come into the picture of my game, and that's great. Really reassuring, you know? Anyway, getting a lot of spin, a lot of depth, penetration, all that stuff with the V-Core 98. And I imagine I'll feel a lot of that same stuff with the V-Core 100, but it'll probably be a little bit more this or that, and we'll see what that is and how I like it. And I'll probably just pick one of those two. So that's where I'm at, pretty much. Also, the last thing that's a little different about this video is I'm shooting it at a different frame rate. I'm filming it in 24p. Maybe it captures the speed of the tennis a little better, but things just move in a little more cinematic way also. It's the standard frame rate that a lot of movies use, so I thought it'd be cool to try that out. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss some of my future content. I'll be talking about my backhands, like I said. I'll be doing a review on these Ether strings and some more Toroline strings, and I'll be doing an in-depth comparison video on the V-Core 100 Plus and the V-Core 98 Plus. And they are actually more different than the standard length versions. They're not just the same racket, but longer. They actually reduced the twist weight a little bit. I think they took weight out of the sides of the hoop around the 3 and the 9 area, but maybe just the whole head in general. So also the 3 and 9 area, but I just don't know exactly what, but the actual twist weight is lower. I was very curious how they managed to do that because the racket is longer, but the swing weight doesn't seem proportionally longer. So I was wondering, how do they do that? I think they took some weight out of the head. So the twist weight is lower, and in my impression, that actually makes for a more spin-friendly racket than the standard length versions might be. So anyway, I'll be talking more about that and other stuff in future videos. So like, subscribe, stay tuned, and I will see you guys in a future video. Link in the description for a discount on Toroline strings. All right, guys, take care. See you.